I'm Superantonio. And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Saturday. I currently cannot move my arm because someone is resting on it. So we're stuck in this position for a bit, which is a shame because I really need some coffee. What's that about? Tonight we are cashing out, visiting the First Bank of Aberdeen, and then later as John, thank you. Later as John, we shall make a withdrawal. And that, my friends, will be the end of the Bad Honor commentary in Red Dead Redemption 2. And welcome. Happy Saturday. J Lash with the thumbs ups. Appreciate you, friend. Thanks for your thumbs ups, J Lash. It's always great to see him in the chat. What was I going to say? Yeah, we saw this last week. We saw this the series of unfortunate events last week. But I just thought I'd show it again because it works better in this episode. If that makes any sense. Then we do a little bit of the wheel and we move on. Let's move on. Cloudy says, howdy. Greetings, Cloudy. How are you, friend?
I hope she ain't primping for hours up there.
I only watched half of Django Unchained last night. I stopped when they got Django. I stopped when they got to Candyland. It seemed like a good place to stop. And then I watched 2 episodes of Wednesday, which I'm really enjoying. Surprisingly, for a Netflix series, I got it on DVD or on Blu-ray because I can't support Netflix directly. Cloudy says, made it in time today. Welcome, Cloudy. But yeah, I'm very surprised at how much I'm enjoying it. It's like a modern production, something infused with current day politics. But Jenna Ortega is adorable. She makes a great Wednesday, and then Christina Ricci, the original Wednesday from not the original Wednesday, the Wednesday from the '90s is in there. Luis Guzman as Gomez is a perfect rendition of the original comic by or cartoon by Charles Adams. Morticia, I don't know, but I guess she works. But yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's teen drama. I'm amazed that I have the patience for a bunch of millennial teenagers in an American Hogwarts Nevermore Academy. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I love the relationship between Enid and Wednesday. And Cloudy had a GERD attack, but I'm doing good now. GERD, is that gastrointestinal GERD? Let's look that up. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, esophageal reflux. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I hope you're better, Cloudy.
Now pull up a chair, partner.
Pull up a chair, partner. You can enjoy some of this this wonderful stew that Tammy made for us. Tammy and Bray, Aberdeen.
Like I said, I can't stay for long.
Then look at us. Like a couple of old
Interestingly,
friends.
it looks almost exactly like the stew that Mr. Pearson makes for us.
Here we are.
What's
all
that
the
about?
fixins'. I hope you boys left some
Yeah,
room in your
I can
trousers.
recommend Wednesday so far. And,
Delicious.
I watched 2 episodes. They were both directed by Tim Burton, which was odd. I mean, he produces it, but usually they don't, they don't deign to actually go and direct it too. And I wonder if he directed the whole series, or, he just pops in and out. Maybe he just directed, the premiere and soundtrack by Danny Elfman, or theme by Danny Elfman.
Horrible business.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like the relationship between Wednesday and Enid.
Ain't that right, honey pie?
And they have
Still
action
know
figures,
how to have
dolls,
a hog killing
Wednesday and Enid.
time.
Monster High.
That's for you.
they're full-on dolls. They're not action figures at all. But I'm seriously thinking about getting him, and by seriously
Where are my
thinking, I
manners?
probably will
Drinks.
get him.
Yeah, I could definitely use a drink.
So embarrassing. But you know, you collect what you collect.
That stuff will put hair on your chest.
Oh,
Aberdeen homebrew.
Let's loosen you up some more. Come on, honey.
And I was watching Hannibal, the TV series, and again, I complain a lot about remakes, and I instantly, you know, like they're going to remake Goonies and Gremlins, you know, I'm instantly like turned off. But gotta admit, you know, Hannibal, the TV series, is a remake, and it's wonderful. Without taking anything away from the original movies and Anthony Hopkins' performance, it's still, you know, it's you know, I prefer Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal, which is interesting. So yeah, and then, you know, John Carpenter's The Thing from, I believe, 1982. That's a remake. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Cloudy says, oh yeah, Tim Burton did direct Wednesday. Yeah. As far as I know, this is his only TV series that he's done. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like, you know, she's obviously on the spectrum. And, you know, I like her deadpan delivery. She makes a great Wednesday. I'm pleased. And it took a lot of willpower to only watch 2 episodes, to not binge it. Mama One's here. Everybody say hello to Mama One and Papa One. Mama One says, hey gang, and Papa One says, hey family. Greetings, Mama One and Papa One. Sadie's all clean. She had her shower. She had her shower tonight. Which couldn't come a moment too soon, because this afternoon on her afternoon walk, some years later, 7 years later, I believe, Cloudy says, howdy, Mama One and Papa One. We had an incident on this afternoon's walk. She stepped in her own poo.
That was close.
What's that about?
Too close.
She couldn't help it. She was
Brought that trouble on ourselves.
she had finished, and she saw one of her friends across the street, and she was very excited. And you know, and she was gonna have a bath later that later that day. So I didn't really care, but I made her walk through a lot of grass on the way home. And we went and said hi to her friend, a canine, a Cane Corso, a huge dog, a dog I could ride. Peter Walsdorf says, good evening, everyone. And Mom One says, hi, Cloudy. Cloudy says, I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Hot Rod Goofy movies today.
Let's see.
Sounds good, Cloudy. Turtle power.
Strawberry. What do you know about strawberry?
Have you seen the size of the rats in New York? Speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're huge. There's like one of them went viral on Instagram, and I swear that, you know, it's just like this rat scurrying around a bodega, and I swear it's like the size of a cat, except it's a rat. It's horrifying. Mom One says, hey, Peter, and Cloudy says, howdy, Peter, and Papa One says, hope you are well, Peter.
Books then.
The books is Jack's.
So yeah. It was a little undignified, our walk, and she wasn't very ladylike, but she was very dog-like, and she's all clean now, so everything's fine. And then I played, I finished The Last of Us, and now you can like replay missions. And they give you chapters, which they don't really give you while you're going through it. But now you have chapters, and you can replay missions ad hoc, ad nauseum, at will. And that's a lot of fun. And you can change the level, the skill level, as you replay the mission. So you don't necessarily have to replay the whole game. But we're going to you know, after we finish this playthrough, we're just going to turn around and play it again, which is what I did with this game. But it's not going to take us 60 hours.
Names. I kind of like them. You know what? So do I.
Peter says, I always like the sandstorms in the game. And Papa One says, those NYC rats are just one of a million reasons to avoid NYC. Yeah, and some of the rats are on 2 legs. And some of the rats will set you on fire. But that's changing. All that's changing. But it's one of the reasons why I suspect GTA 6 will be disappointing. Because it was made, they started making it 5 or 6 years ago with a completely different cultural zeitgeist.
Why don't you pull up just here?
And it's released 5 years later. Same, you know, that was the problem with AC Shadows. They started writing it, during the George Floyd era, and they were like, "Hey, what about a black samurai and a hip hop soundtrack to show our support?"
I'm hoping I can help you. I saw the help wanted sign outside.
Sure.
And the rest is history.
Stacking groceries and running errands, ain't you, son?
Well,
I thought I wasn't going to get political tonight. I'm sorry.
as long as it's honest,
I'm sorry, algorithm.
pays.
Time's hard, Mr.
Fine mustache, sir.
Jim Milton. Yeah, my wife and I and our boy, we was robbed a few days ago.
John's honor is
Get out
bumped
with
up
our
to
lives with us.
50%.
Now, well, we need money.
There's bad folk out there.
Tell me about it.
Mama once says, I wish it would have showed how John got off the mountain or how he escaped from getting captured. The mountain had no way to get down from where John goes
I
to.
don't know where that is, but I'm sure I can
Well,
find
I
it.
think Arthur drew off all the
Right now,
Pinkertons and he just kind of stealthed his way down, you know. Stayed in the
It's just
shadows,
outside.
hid in
I should
bushes,
go tell my wife,
found a
and then
horse
come
from
back and get loaded.
one of the Pinkertons that Arthur dispatched for him, grabbed some weapons, hightailed it out of there. Maybe he put on one of those Pinkerton dusters, switched hats. I'm looking for Arthur Morgan. And yeah, made his way to
Don't touch me.
I assume they were Sadie and Miss Tilly and Abigail and Jack were perhaps in La Gras, or maybe they were in maybe they were in Saint Denis. They had like feed sacks full of money. Do you like the farm reference?
Delivering goods out to some ranch.
Cleaning a
Mama
doctor's
one,
surgery.
Papa one. That looks like a feed
I'm
sack
living.
of
It is,
money
John.
of
Oh, it is.
money,
This is the way to
cash.
I'll take your word on that.
Mom
Why
one says maybe
suggest
John just took a leap
I'll
of
stay
faith.
here.
Well,
Get
we're
out to work.
we're
You
expected to
deliver
take
goods
a
and then collect
leap of faith. Rockstar
Okay.
wants us
And
to take a
John.
leap of faith.
I love you. Don't you forget that.
The coffee's
Not
good
ever now.
tonight.
I won't.
Okay, let's go find a job.
Load her up pretty good, Milton.
I am proud of John, how he humbles himself,
Ride slow now.
and
Kiddies don't
here,
want his goods
where he,
damaged.
you know, it's like he's
Of course.
he's not afraid of hard work. He doesn't feel that anything's beneath him, and he's just willing to do what it takes to support his family and move ahead.
West past Owenkeela, then follow the road north. Okay.
And we know exactly where we're going. Is everyone having a good weekend? Papa One says, how was your Saturday, Super Antonio? I got home from Tennessee about an hour. Okay, I bought some horses. I may or may not have spent more than I was supposed to. Well, he had horse fever, and I'm sure you got some deals, Papa One, and you're going to flip those horses or breed them. And I'm sure you'll turn a profit. You're good at this. So, like Mama One, I trust you. I had a great Saturday. A lot of chores, a lot of cleaning up. It's funny. I forget who asked me about Easter. Tomorrow's Palm Sunday, and I got a little sad because I didn't really feel like we were going to do anything. I personally, me and the dog, were going to be doing anything on Easter, and my sister texted me out of the blue and said that her and her nephew, her and my nephew, her son, and an aunt are going to be in town, and would you like to go to the Cheesecake Factory? And I was like, heck yeah, I want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Let's do it. They live about an hour away in the suburbs, in Le Gras. If I live in downtown Saint Denis, basically by the saloon, great Wi-Fi in the saloon. They live sort of in the outskirts, in the suburbs, in Le Gras, in the swamp. So they're coming in town, and she'll probably bring a treat for Sadie. So Sadie will be happy, and Sadie's known her, as long as she's known me. But yeah, so it'll be nice. We'll have a nice Sunday. But basically, I had to clean up. I didn't have to clean up like a demon. It's like I keep this apartment at a basic level of orderly tidiness. But I swept up and Swiffered and put things away where they're supposed to be. Tidied. Gave the kitchen a wipe down. So yeah, a lot of chores.
You Mr. Geddes?
No, sir.
Mom once says this Pronghorn Ranch around
Mr.
1899.
Dickens
It's
was
1907 right now.
I'm
Mama
delivering
one.
some supplies from the store
So it's
in
8 years
Strawberry.
later.
Okay.
And Mom once says he also bought some fresh
Yes.
mutton.
It's beautiful.
Peter says the land
Send
for
everything.
Pronghorn Ranch is empty in 1899. There is no ranch
so.
there.
So, partner,
And Mama one
Boss?
says yes.
you looking for hands?
Why? You looking for work?
Yeah. My wife.
Also,
There's a business with
north
family.
east of
Turns
Emerald
out
Ranch, there's a new ranch there
Yeah, I
that
don't
they
know.
didn't put anything
Married
on.
hands.
Or a new property
It's a
there.
lot of trouble.
I'm a good worker. My wife, Agatha, even our boy, Lancelot. We're
That
all-
John can explore. Doesn't
Big
really
man
mean
around,
anything. Papa one says Sadie gets to
Get
go
the
to the
hell outta here.
Cheesecake Factory. At least I hope she does. Or maybe
No.
she just has to stay outside
Very
and
neighborly.
stare menacingly at
Threatening us
you.
is neighborly?
I don't trust,
Hey,
I don't leave her
mind if I
outside
enjoy
ever.
one of
No
these
way.
apples?
No, she
Put
can
that
stay home and
down.
have leftovers.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh. When's boss man gonna sell this place?
Yeah,
I don't
there
think
is,
there's any plans for that. You boys want a drink?
Unfortunately, there
fine
is a
Scotch whiskey.
a dog.
That
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Put
I'm going to
that
say that there is a
down.
dog fighting
Need
problem
supplies for the season.
in
Get off the farm. Come on.
in Saint Denis
We
because
know
there are a
we're
lot
not
of
wanted.
Asians.
Get down from
And
there.
Asians like to gamble. It's not a cliche. And
Come back here.
John's going to do a little bad on her right now. And yeah, there's.
That's my damn
I wouldn't necessarily call it an epidemic, but it's like that's one. It's not an urban legend. You can't leave your dog outside, especially dogs that are like bigger dogs, because
This one's got a stone.
you have to worry about people stealing them and selling them to dog fighters. Papa one says Papa one likes to gamble too. LOL. I have no lie. I have 2 professional gamblers in my extended family. that do quite well. And I say that I'm no good at gambling. I hate gambling, or well, I don't hate gambling, but I'm just, I never figured it out. But I do make a decent wage, buying and selling stocks, which I feel activates the same corner of the brain, the same dopamine spikes as gambling does. But to me, it's not gambling. It's
Milton, isn't it? Those
the stock
boys are
market
out
makes
of
sense to
Laramie.
me.
Work for Mr. Abel.
It's not random.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Pop One says, I always joke to Mama One
no charity
that
or
if
nothing,
anyone ever stole our
serious.
dogs, just wait
We got
about
work.
20 minutes and they'll bring him back with a note that
do
says, sorry for the inconvenience.
We got robbed ourselves a few days
Yeah,
back.
good. That's how
Got
it should
married
be.
hands here. You're married.
Work harder than any one of them. I'm real honest, and my wife,
But yeah, that
know,
would be
she's
my
got
worst
fancy
nightmare,
thoughts.
like walking into a
She'll work.
Starbucks or
Kinda
anything, and
desperate.
just and leaving her
trouble you
outside
in?
and her
Trouble,
not being
sir.
there when I
aside
came
from my
back out.
brother,
So
he
I
tricked us and
so I
robbed
only
her of
go
her
to
inheritance.
places
We're good people. We'll work.
that let
You can
me
lay us
come in with her,
What does Mr.
that
Geddes
know
need
me
with
and
a
her,
boy?
around
Just
the
another
neighborhood,
mouth to feed.
and she loves that, because
Please give us a chance. I can handle myself, okay? You know that already.
there's
Makes me wonder just who
almost
robbed
every
But we'll give you a chance.
every
I'll let
place
Mr.
where I
Geddes
buy
know you and his
lunch
wife
to
return
go
tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr.
lets me
Dickens.
bring her
I'll
in.
get my wife.
Nah, no,
And
you
the
stay
pizza
here.
place
It's
will give
getting
her
late. We'll go get her.
they'll
in
most of the
Strawberry.
places will give her treats,
bring her here
like the
tomorrow.
pizza place where they
Get you
love her the
around in
most,
case
so
any more
she
of them
loves that
Laramie
place the
boys
most. They'll
turns
give her
up.
like a
There's
a slice of
little cabin
pepperoni
out yonder past the ranch house.
or
Things work out, y'all can stay
a
there.
breadstick,
Thank you.
non-garlic
regret this.
breadstick.
Yep. Go get yourself settled.
She loves
We'll have work
that.
for you tomorrow
And
when
then there's
Mr.
a
Geddes
Thai
returns.
restaurant that will give her a fortune cookie, which is Chinese, but it's like nobody cares. It's Asian, and nobody's paying attention. Pop One says, I love to bet on horse races and greyhounds. I also love poker and craps. And Mama One, she is exactly 50 pounds. Come here. Come here. Let me show you. Got some paint. Peter says, are you going to finish the game to the end, Super Antonio? No, this is the last one. Next week is The Last of Us. Okay, come here. Let me show you. Come sit, hop. Come here. Hop. Good girl.
That's a girl.
This is how big she is. So, she's like on the big end of a medium dog, and she is 50 pounds.
Good girl.
Interestingly, when I got her, she was 34 pounds, and she was a little chubby. She was 6 months old, and the previous owners, my aunt was like just keeping her in a crate and not exercising her enough, and feeding her just crap, kibble. So she was 34 pounds, and I got her down to 29 pounds, just with daily exercise and running and a decent diet, and now she is full grown at 50 pounds. Watch this cougar. We have no weapons. We have nothing. I'm very pleased. I'm very proud of Marston. Well done, Marston. Don't tell Abigail. Yeah, there's nothing we can do except laugh at it. Mom One says she's adorable. Yes, I'm afraid she will agree with you, Mama One. And Peter says, Mama One, are you ready for Easter? Papa One says, never thought I would get to see Marston fist fight a cougar. Yeah, I'm impressed. And usually we have to fight our way back to the First Bank of Aberdeen.
Missy.
And spoiler alert, this time we did not. That's about the only drama we get. So we have no weapons. We have 0.0 weapons. I don't even think we have a lasso. No weapons, no knives. So we have to, and we will collect, there's a free carbine repeater at Chick Matthews Ranch, and we're going to get that. But we didn't need it. Cloudy says, would you ever get a French or Sadie? Maybe when she's older. Maybe. Thinking about it. I do think now, if I ever get a black dog, a black Labrador, you know, I will call her Wednesday, black female, because I'm loving Wednesday the series so much. Wednesday would be a nice name for a dog, I think. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Mom once says, yes, I am Peter. We will be having our crew reunion, and I'm making broiled duck or smoked duck. Well, actually, it's goose. Your goose is cooked, Mama One. But, you know, that's like 10 years from now. But it would be nice to have like a little puppy energy, and she would have something to care for, and I think that would ease her passing if she knew that I'd have another dog. But I don't know if dogs think about the end. I think about it too much. But yeah. Mama says, what happens if you pick up guns before you get Arthur's guns back? You just have more worn weapons in your locker. So yeah, it's gonna clutter, but it's necessary if you want to do this now. Or you could just like follow the game and just stay on the ranch until you know they let you leave. Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says, hi Antonio, I'm here. I've been watching Busy with Family and the house painting and that looking beautiful. And hi everyone, miss you all. We miss you, Serena, and so does Sadie, who says hi and tells everyone else to like and subscribe. Papa One says, we love duck, but the way Mama One cooks it, it takes time and patience, and it's always amazing. Serena says, hi Sadie, beautiful girl, miss you. Sadie misses you too. Mama One says, hey Serena, so happy you made it here tonight. Yeah, happy Easter. It's not Easter yet, but we will be doing a live stream on Easter, a Batman Easter, a very Batman Easter. We have 2 more cases for LA Noire. So next, tomorrow and next Sunday, and then we move on to Batman. Let's move on. And then next week we start The Last of Us Remastered Part 1 playthrough. We're not going to do Part 2. Serena, you're going to love The Last of Us, because I know you will, because you love The Walking Dead. So you'll have fun watching our playthrough. Cloudy says, cats see us as a strange cat that can walk on 2 legs. And Serena says, hi Mama, and Cloudy says, howdy Star Hearts. Serena says, hi Cloudy. Mama says, Peter, I bet you're excited. Is it your first Easter together? What's happening with Peter? Mama One, I'm going to be with my girlfriend and her family for Easter. Okay. Have you met her family before? Mama One asks. And Serena says, hi Papa One, and hi Peter. Peter says, hi Star Hearts, I like your Red Dead videos. And Papa One says, hey Serena, how are you? Peter asks, how's it going, Star Hearts? And Serena says, I started playing Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, ready to upload. Papa One says, I'm excited to see the end of LA Noire, but I'm sad it is almost over. I have loved those playthroughs and streams. We have new playthroughs coming. Papa One, you're gonna, Batman's pretty good. It's a refreshing change from what we do on this channel. I think you'll enjoy it. Serena says, I'm okay, Papa One. Hope you and Mama One are good. And thank you to Peter. And Mama One says, Serena, I can't wait. We finished your Mafia 2 playthrough. Keep scratching my nose because I got dog hair on it. Super annoying. What's that about? Taking a shortcut. Serena says, "Thank you, Mama. Hope you're doing good and enjoying it." Really shouldn't be pushing Rachel this hard. I don't even think we have a horse reviver. But we're pretty much done with this playthrough. I'm not even going, I'm not taking it any further. I've got at least 3 Marston saves, counting Marston Mondays. So we're done with this, and I'm happy. I'm happy it's over. Mom once says, I'm doing well, Serena. I'm a little sore from my accident yesterday, but I'm fine. I'm just old. Ha ha. Peter says, it is our first Easter together. Yes, I go over to her family quite often. And Serena says, I still have other games to play and upload. What games, Serena? And Papa One says, do you always keep Rachel? Yes. Can she be renamed? No. Yeah, I always keep Rachel. He will full on say, I love you to Rachel. I love you, lady. I don't think he's ever said I love you to Abigail, even though he marries her. Serena says, we'll be having family for Easter. Hope the painting is done. And Serena says, that's no good, Mama One, concerning your accident, and hope you're okay. You're doing okay. Yeah. So we pick up a carbine repeater. Don't really need one, but we're gonna get one. Mama One says, does American Venom have dialogue change since Arthur died with bad honor? Does it change any outcome with canceling Micah? It does not, Mama One. I think because John's his own. So this house has the carbine repeater in one of the bedrooms. It's always there. And I believe it's also online. So you can pick up a free weapon. Serena says, I've bullied an Uncharted Lost Legacy for now. Okay, yeah. Well, they've been asking me to do a bully playthrough, so I'll just refer them to you. There you go. And we are weaponized. 7 rounds. Make them count. The stores and the gunsmith are closed. So all we can do is scavenge, and loot. We have 24 bucks for now. We got over 12 grand though at the First Bank of Aberdeen. Mama One says, I'm okay, Serena. We got our truck going to the mechanic Monday. We have a few work trucks, thank goodness. Papa One has been wanting a new Ford or Chevy. Buying American before it became fashionable. And Cloudy says, John talks more to the bath ladies than his wife. Well, yeah. Bath ladies are, because you're paying for their company, they're more sympathetic, and they're not going to be complaining as much as
Let's go, girl.
someone you're in a relationship with who's telling you the truth. And bath ladies lie. Cloudy. Strippers lie. They're not... they don't really like you. They like your money. But, it's like it feels the same. And it's a transactional relationship. I give you $1 and you let me see you naked and smile at me. Sorry, Sadie, I don't do that. I don't do that at all. I've never done that. That's just what I've heard about. That's just what I've read about on Reddit. I've never done that, and I wouldn't. It's embarrassing, and I apologize. Mama One and Serena, I apologize. That's just what I've heard. What other boys have told me. Serena says, you can play it too, Antonio. Boldly be good to see you play. We're going to play The Last of Us and Batman Arkham Knights. And I think you're going to enjoy both of them. Papa One says, I got my eyes set on a new Ford 250 or 350. I thought you would like the 450s. I like Chevy Silverados and GMCs. We have a 2014 Silverado 2500. But I'm giving it to one of our farmhands as I want a new one. Our contractor, the guy I worked with, his name was Keith. He had a 450. That thing was huge. That was a beast. It wouldn't even fit in the garage, which we were also remodeling. Yeah. And he was thinking of turning that in and getting like the E version of that. I don't know what that's called, the E450. Okay. Go behind Mama's painting. Papa One says, always American Super Antonio, although one of my farmhands had a 2023 Toyota Tundra. It is a beautiful black truck, but I'd rather have a Ford or Chevy. And Serena says, yes, I will definitely enjoy it. I would expect no less, Papa One. Buy American. There. $12,103.10. Plus, we're going to get go find the secret room. We'll explore a little bit, but there's nothing up here anymore. Yeah, you're going to love The Last of Us. I don't think it's scary at all, but it is a tense game. There were moments where, during the Last of Us playthrough, where the palms are sweaty. And that was kind of nice. Just feeling that level of anxiety from a game. Papa One says, we need trucks that can haul multiple horses. Sometimes we even have to rent a semi-truck before. But mostly we take our work trucks when it comes to transporting horses. Yeah, I mean, you've got like working trucks. That's what, they're not luxury trucks. Serena says, I've watched the series of The Last of Us, not actually the game. I haven't. Too scary, LOL. Yeah, we're going to play the game now. Which I believe is better than the series. Serena Starhearts. Papa One says, one of our farmhands used his Nissan Pathfinder to haul 4 horses to our buyer today, and then to bring the horses I bought today home. And Cloudy says, Super Antonio, did you play the DLC as well? No, we're going to play that next. We'll play that this week, but we won't be seeing it for a while. The DLC, we follow Ellie. And, yeah, that I'm kind of saving it because once I do it, it's like I've completed everything. You know, there's nothing new for me to do. And that's always kind of a sad moment when the game is complete. If it's a game you love, and I do love that game. Serena says, Antonio, I love Wednesday. I watched it and really liked it. I think they're making another one. Yeah, they're doing a season 2. I got it on Blu-ray, Serena. I love it so much. I love her so much. Her relationship with Enid. Wednesday and Enid. I kind of want to buy the Monster High dolls. And by kind of want to, I should say probably gonna. What's that about? But yeah, I'm amazed and impressed that I like a modern TV show full of millennial teens, even though everyone's in their 20s. It's well written. She's, you know, and she's very charismatic. And I just like her deadpan, one-note delivery. A little extra cash that we don't need, but always comes in handy. Mom one says, our trucks are luxury. We have air conditioning and CB radios. I have to have air conditioning. And Serena says, same I love thing too. And Miko Herptile is here. Channel moderator Miko Herptile. Shout out to the Philippines. Says, hello, Super Antonio, Sadie, Peter, Serena, Mama 1, Papa 1, and Cloudy. Serena says, hi, Miko. And Mama 1 says, hey, Miko. How are you, Miko? Are you having a good weekend? That's about all we have for John and the epilogue. So we're going to fill out the rest of the hour with the Saint Denis Theater Show, which we went to this because Arthur was just killing time waiting for the Black Arabian to spawn. So we thought we'd see all the show. And I made some shorts out of this, but I'll show you the whole footage. Serena says, hi, Miko. And Mama 1 says, hey, Miko. And Cloudy also says, howdy, Miko. Mama 1 says, we used to love the Chucky TV series on Peacock. Sad it got canceled. Hopefully it will be brought back. That girl, that quirky girl, she is, she's the daughter.
Thank you.
Let's see, Chucky series. Let's look up her name.
Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Aldridge T. Abington. Thank you. Yes.
Fiona
Aldridge T.
Dourif.
Abington.
Fiona
Few men
Dourif
have had a career
is
more
Brad
proud
Dourif's
in
daughter, the
incident
voice of
and
Chucky.
various
And I always thought that was
intercourse
really
with the
nice
world
that
than I.
that she was in it. That she got to work with her dad. And Papa 1 says, hey, Miko. Glad you made it, friend. Speaking of Chucky, have you seen Megan? Mama 1 and Serena Mithrigan, which is like modern Chucky. I kind of liked it. They're making another one, Mithrigan 2, but that, and I saw like an extended trailer because, you know, the actress that played Mithrigan was like 12 at the time, and she's almost grown up now. She's got to be like 16 or 18. So in the trailer, Mithrigan says that she wants a bigger body, an older body. So that's how they get around the fact that the actor aged. Serena says, don't think I've heard of the Chucky series. And Mom 1 says, it's great, Serena. It's on Peacock. And Serena says, no, I haven't seen them. Mom 1 says, loved Megan. Can't wait for the sequel. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. You know, and it's, it was basically the Chucky series. I mean, a Chucky remake, but with a girl. But it worked perfectly. An AI sentient robot, killer robot. I forgot to make a short out of this. We volunteer.
We are all born to suffer from all manner of maladies in daily life. Who here has not had a friend or loved one near death's door from coal gas fumes, typhoid fever, diphtheria, or the bite of a rabid animal? The greatest wealth is your health. All the gold in the
Hey,
world
come
cannot
up here.
purchase it, and yet it is the most delicate.
Come up here and host the show and tell everyone to like and subscribe.
And nothing
She was
knocks
under the
down
desk.
death's door faster than this. A man cannot outrun a bullet. Many fools have tried and failed in this endeavor, including the tonic salesman I called.
Sadie had her bath tonight, Serena. She's all clean now,
I joke.
and she smells good.
Joke. I assure you, he has met his maker, and they are playing gin rummy among the
Icaric says, I haven't caught a stream in years. Well, I'm glad you're here, friend.
all around the world. This delighting
Happy
young
Saturday.
and old with all manner of feats.
Regrettably, this is the last Red Dead stream for the foreseeable future on Saturdays. We're going to switch over to The Last of Us next week. Free Roam Fridays will continue, though, however. So we're always going to do a Free Roam Fridays
Over to my
Red Dead
sister
stream.
and stand at considerable distance across the stage. She will point the
Then on
revolver
Sunday,
at my
we are
head
going to be doing
and
Batman
pull the
Arkham
trigger
Knight.
using lightning
Serena says,
quick
beautiful
reflexes
girl,
to the
Sadie,
kind
all
man
clean.
I
Yes,
met
she's a
in the
clean
distant
bird,
forest.
not a dirty bird.
Catch the bullet in my teeth.
That's what I told her.
Yes, my teeth. To prove that these
Gold
are
tie clip,
indeed live
gold
rounds.
watch.
If my sharpshooting assistant would be so kind as to shoot this bottle of Lally Cola off my head.
This is insane.
Off my head. Careful.
The bullet
Could do
catch,
without a bullet in the brain right
one of
now.
the oldest magic tricks, pretty much invented at the same time that they invented pistols. Serena says, hi, Icaric.
Always scares me. Now, observe as I, the great Benjamin Lazarus, will do what no man has ever
And Miko
done
also says,
and
hello,
cheat
Icaric.
death.
Shout out to the mods who always greet the new people who come in. I appreciate that. And Icaric says, yo.
Thank you. Let's do that again.
You're pulling my leg. This is a bunch
Here
of
we go.
dang balderdash.
Arthur's gonna take over. Mom one says the actress that played Mithrigan is a sweetheart. Jenna Davis is her name. We met her at a rodeo. She was there with her boyfriend. He's a YouTuber along with his twin brother. Both are cowboys. Wow.
Are 100%
That's great,
real.
Mama One.
In fact, I challenge any member of the audience to come forward with their own firearm, and I will yet again display my uncanny skill to catch a bullet in my
And Serena says, that's awesome, Mama One.
fantastic. Now,
Yeah, Sadie liked Mithrigan a lot.
I will prove
She
to
liked
you
that show.
I am the greatest entertainer to ever live, and the only man who laughs at death. Now, ready? Take aim. And fire.
Yeah, sorry. Looks like you ain't so magic.
I don't have teeth there. I'm not a Venus flytrap. But that hurts.
Yeah, she's all soft now.
Son of all of you.
She stepped in something unsavory during her walk. Not very ladylike. I had to make her walk through a bunch of grass on the way home. But, you know, couldn't be helped. She was very excited and happy.
Wonderful. Yes,
It's the highlight of her day, the walk.
It's a bit like a lynching, only less American. Marvelous stuff. Marvelous. Now,
Next up,
I
Antoinette
discovered this next
Sanversino.
remarkable woman in a lost jungle, deep in the wilds of Colombia, where they do not wear clothes. She breathes fire. Yes, she does. And for those with the universal and not unworthy curiosity, yes, I can attest, she does emit fire from almost every orifice
Fire eater.
in her body.
I made a short out of this. It didn't do
Presenting
wonderfully.
Antoinette Sanservino.
Mama says, at least I think he was her boyfriend. They definitely had chemistry. Papa One made him some spurs and a saddle. Wow. And Serena says, Sadie is a good girl. She sure is. I'm very happy with her. She adds a lot to my life. Are you cooking for Easter, Serena? Are you making, are you going to have an Easter brunch or an Easter dinner? And I think I forgot that the next act has a copyrighted song. So I am going to find us something else to watch. Oh, that we could do that. Hold on. Okay, let's switch over to a little bit of Arthur. Well, a little more of Arthur. So we can avoid getting a copyright strike. Well, I don't think it would be a copyright strike, but it would be why is this so tiny? Why is it so tiny? Tell me. Do some strange statues. Papa One says he was a good kid. Reminded me a lot of my son. I ended up just giving him the saddle and spurs. Wow. Very generous of you, Papa One. Serena says, I'm be helping my family probably cook a roast lamb and chicken, potatoes, and veggies and gravy and pasta with sauce the Italian way, some salads, and I'll be baking a cake. What kind of cake, Serena? A Victoria sponge? I think that's an English cake. And Serena says, or Papa says, Serena, where are you in Australia? Are there saltwater crocs? Are you allowed to hunt them? There's giant kangaroos and spiders. I only get these golds for camp upgrades because you'll need around $1,200 to do everything, and it's just faster without a satchel to collect these golds. And Serena says no Papa One, nowhere near swamps or anything, and Serena's gonna make chocolate cake. Yeah, I'm having a craving for chocolate. Miko says an upside down cake. Yes, technically all cakes in Australia are upside down, Miko. Well done, Miko. Miko made an Australia joke, Serena. Papa One says, I've always wanted to hunt a saltwater croc. I've hunted alligators before, but saltwater crocs are a lot bigger. I want to make a saddle from a saltwater croc, or at least some boots. That would be one durable set of boots, Papa One, because you're basically making your boots out of dinosaur skin. And Serena says, but I have to watch what I eat because of my heart and diabetes and cholesterol. Just have a taste. Just have a bite and you'll be fine, Serena. Don't have a meal, just have a bite. And Mama One says, I love how the statue's name is literally just strange statues. Yeah. I love the whole idea about this. And this hole up here, I always try to find that. And you can't really see it from above. We're gonna try again. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Don't have the full dessert. Just have like a forkful or a spoonful. All you need is a taste. And Serena says, yes, I will have a bite, Antonio. Papa One says, alligator boots and saddles are pretty durable. I just always like hunting big game, wolves, bears, and gators. And the unruly bastard is not having it. There's a movie, Papa One. It's based on a Ray Bradbury short story. It's called A Sound of Thunder that you should look up. And basically in the movie, this, time travel exists in the movie. It's a little bit in the future. And this company has set up like a tour package where you get to go back in time and hunt a dinosaur, which I'm sure you'd be very happy to do. And of course it alters history. They try to hunt dinosaurs that have already been discovered, so like the death is still like the skeleton exists in the spot that historically it was supposed to die, but they mess it up and completely change history, and it's a lot of fun. But you get to hunt a dinosaur. Mama One says, will you be doing a Legend of the East stream to show how to get it? Absolutely, Mama One. Serena says, I get confused with these statues. Hopefully when I go next time, I will get the gold bar. You got 3 of them. And, yeah, I always get confused too. I don't do it enough. And Serena says, Papa One, if I saw an alligator for real, I'll be running. And Miko says, we have saltwater crocs here too. One that was caught used to be the biggest, but died in captivity due to mismanagement. And Papa One says, really, Miko, I need to go to the Philippines and pay off a shady zookeeper. Yeah, Papa One, I think that would work. And Papa One says, haha, Serena, there's a rush to hunting a predator before it hunts you. And Miko says, yes, Papa One, his name was Lolong. You can look him up. And Mama One says you can get a gold bar from the derailed train. You get 2 from that one, the train job. But again, you need at least $1,200 for camp upgrades. And you get 3 from this event. Yeah, we're still setting up Mama One right now for the camp upgrades. For the legend of the East Saddle. Papa One says, "I've heard that name before, Miko. I didn't realize he had died. Have you heard of Gustav the Nile crocodile?" And Serena says, "The gold bar in Limpany too." Yeah, I think we left that. We always kind of leave that. Yeah, whenever I can, I leave gold bars in place, in situ, just in case we need it. At any rate, that's about all I have for you tonight, friends. I really appreciate you being here. Shout out to the mods, Mama One and Papa One, and Miko, Herptile, and Serena, of course. It's wonderful talking to all of you, Cloudy and Peter. I'll leave the stream going for a little bit. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. We shall return tomorrow night with an LA Noir stream. And there's Biscuit's mom. And I hope I see you tomorrow night. But if I don't, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And like and subscribe. And we shall see you soon, friends.
head's still rolling from the road.
Ah, I recognize that face. Okay, let's see. Gentle with that. Trust me.
I trust nobody's missing this.
Do not leave it near the campfire.
Thanks, partner.
Well, that was awful fast. Gentle with that. Trust me. Okay.
Yep.
It's just between us. Yes. What? I don't cater to second thoughts. Do not leave it near the campfire. All right, and not a word to Wagner, nor no one else.
Let's go, boy.